This is the Worx AI Drill. In my experience, it's not a very good drill for woodworking. Instead, I think this Worx drill might be the perfect drill for woodworking. In this video, I'll tell you why. I want to give honorable mention to the Worx switch driver. Now this is a great all-around household drill for the family, and it would almost be the perfect woodworking drill except for two shortcomings. First, the chuck only accepts the 1/4 inch quick release bits, which doesn't cover all of my woodworking needs. Second, there's quite a bit of play at the tip of the drill bit. There's some play in the switching mechanism, some play in the chuck itself, and a little bit of play within the shank. And all that kind of adds up to just a little too much wiggle to get an accurate hole in some conditions. I've got a tachometer here. Let's take some real world speed measurements. I'm going to start with my favorite drill, the WX102L. I'll put it in speed 2 and we'll do all the tests in the forward position. And we're starting with a fully charged battery. I'm using reflective tape that came with this unit. Okay, you're thinking, so what? The AI drill is a little slower. Well, that must mean it has more torque, because usually the slower speeds produce more torque than the higher speeds. Not so in the case of this drill. According to the documentation, it produces a maximum torque of 180 inch-pounds. Compared to the WX101L, which Worx advertised as the replacement to the AI drill, according to the specifications, that drill produces 265 inch-pounds of max torque, so a lot more than the 180 reported by the AI drill. According to the documentation, the WX102L produces 531 inch-pounds of torque, and even the switch driver's documentation claims the max torque is 265 inch-pounds. So even though the AI drill is the slowest among the bunch, it also produces the least amount of torque. The torque limitations are going to show up in my woodworking when it comes to bit sizes. The AI drill, according to the documentation, can drill a hole up to 1 inch in diameter. The WX101L, which Worx advertised as the replacement to the AI drill, can also go up to 1 inch. The switch driver's documentation claims 1 inch and 3/16. So the switch driver could handle this 1 1/8 inch paddle bit. However, this drill, the WX102L, claims it can handle up to 1 5/8 inch. So this drill should be able to do the 1.5 inch bit of this set. I've laid out 3 test holes on this piece of hard maple. I'm going to use the same 7/8 inch paddle bit to drill the 3 holes with the 3 different drills. I'm now going to do a second test in low speed. The reason I chose the 7/8 inch paddle bit for the test is because in my woodworking, bits bigger than this, I would use my drill press anyway. The next challenge for these drills will be making dowel holes into end grain. I've got the Milescraft Joint Pro set up here to make the dowels that I need to mock up the joint. I'll be using this drill bit. It's a DeWalt drill bit with a 1/4 inch hex shank, so I will be able to test out the Worx switch driver, but I'll start with the AI drill. I want to make clear that I'm not interested in the performance durations because I'm trying to get a task done as quickly as possible. As a hobbyist, that's just not a concern for me. As any experienced woodworker knows, for any given material, there's a sweet spot between feed pressure and bit speed. And if you operate outside of that sweet spot, a lot of the times the drill bit will just sit there and do nothing. Meanwhile, my drill bit's heating up and my battery's going dead. Wood Magazine has a pretty good drill press speed chart available on their website. I'll give you a link in the description to that resource. And I know it's not directly translatable to hand drills, but it's a starting point. For 3/8 inch pilot point bits like the ones I used in the tests, this chart's recommending 3,000 RPMs for both hardwood and softwood. And for the 7/8 inch spurred paddle bit that I used, the chart is recommending 2,000 RPM for softwood and 1,800 RPMs for hardwood. These speeds are way outside the capability of the AI drill. I do respect the fact that Worx tried to come up with an innovative design here. However, for some woodworking operations, it just doesn't have enough speed or torque to get the job done. And I can tell you from experience, if the battery is fading at all, this drill goes to almost unusable for some tasks. I find that the Worx WX102L is far better for my woodworking. Well, that does it for this woodshop nerdery video. I hope to see you in the next one.